And it's good to see you. How's everything going?
Do you think of yourself as a caring person, as someone who likes to help others, especially when they're sick or hurt? Are you someone who likes puzzles and mysteries, who wants explanations, who likes to figure out how things work?
Stand by, quiet on the set, bye.
Are you the type of person who likes to share what you know, who enjoys the challenge of communicating skillfully with your classmates and friends? If any or all of these people sound like you, then there may be a career waiting for you as a medical professional. The practice of medicine is a very special job, one that's done best by caring people with well-rounded educations, people who combine their training in medicine with a sympathetic understanding of their patients' needs as whole and complex human beings. I and other medical professionals have made this program because we wanted to give young people like you a chance to ask questions and get answers that may interest you in a medical career. The questions may not surprise you, but I think some of the answers will.
Do you have to be nearly perfect to get into medical school?
The answer, of course, is no, because all of us make mistakes. But physicians are expected to demonstrate self-discipline. Sandra Noriega is a fourth-year medical student.
Nobody's perfect. We all make mistakes. But there are some characteristics that'll help you get into medical school and be a good physician, such as self-motivation and self-discipline. If you're the type of person who has a hard time starting a project or finishing it, you will have a hard time in medical school and as a physician.
If you have discipline problems, it's not too late to correct them. See a counselor who can help you deal with your problems so you can clear your record now.
Do you have to be at the top of your class to become a doctor?
Medical students come from a variety of educational backgrounds and have varying academic strengths and weaknesses. Holly Claus is a second-year medical student.
I believe the key to success in medical school is hard work. A lot of people will have at least one subject, it may be chemistry or math, which keeps them from being at the top of their class. But what that means is in that particular subject, they'll have to work a little harder, put in a little extra effort in order to achieve their goal.
Septum pellucidum is moved over.
Some students enjoy chemistry and other sciences, but worry that medical school science would be just too hard for them.
Does science have to be your best subject to go into medicine?
Science is an area that no student should neglect, but it's especially important for physicians. Dr. Josephine Session is a neurologist.
Science is important, of course, but medicine needs well-rounded individuals. So math, English, and music are important as well. Science doesn't have to be your best subject, but by studying science, we learn to apply the scientific principle, which we use when we collect and analyze data on our patients.
If you happen to be gifted in science, medicine needs you, but we'd prefer that you be well-rounded in other subjects and activities as well, including sports.
I don't think I'm cut out for medicine. I think I'd rather be an athlete.
Dr. David Calvo practices orthopedic and sports medicine.
Well, I was an athlete in high school, college, and even in medical school, somewhat through residency. I can identify better with my patients because of my experience in sports and continue to enjoy sports immensely because of my ability to make these players who have been injured whole again. Ligament and let you exercise.
Athletes and sports doctors are not the only people who like to work with teams.
I'm the kind of person that likes to work in groups. In medicine, do you ever get to work in groups?
Matthew Ong is a fourth-year medical student.
In medicine, a lot of decisions are made as a group. In the group, there are doctors who are a lot more experienced than you are, doctors who have just finished training, and there are the medical students. So if a patient presents with a problem, the group gets together and the decision is made there. Now, every member of that group contributes to that decision. And so working as a group in medicine is a rule rather than the exception.
Some of the most interesting group work in medicine involves research, and some students seem cut out for the work.
I like science, and I'd like to one day have a job in it. Are there any medical jobs that are mainly science?
Dr. David Cease is a cardiologist.
Well, anyone that's interested in science could spend their whole career doing research if they chose to. In almost any field of medicine, there's some basic research being done. And there should be a field that is of interest to almost anyone. For instance, my area of interest is in nuclear imaging, and we use this camera, the Positon camera, to take special images of the heart.
Some students are less interested in research and more interested in direct involvement with the people in their community.
I'd like to make a good living, but I also want to do something to get some respect for helping the community.
Dr. Javier Aceves has a practice in pediatrics, but also serves at a public health clinic.
Medicine is a profession that is cross-cultural. Doesn't matter where you are, where you're practicing, those are very objective skills that you can apply to the community. And it's wonderful to have the opportunity to apply your knowledge to a community which is at great need. Personally, it's very, very satisfying to do that.
But with so much work to be done, how do physicians find time for a personal life?
If I choose to be a doctor, will there be enough time to raise a family?
Dr. Mary Lee Cott is a pathologist.
In today's society, both men and women are successfully juggling careers and family life. Those of us who are doctors may find a few extra stresses, maybe longer hours, but it is possible. Luckily, in the medical profession today, there are possibilities for more flexible hours and better arrangements so that you will have a satisfying family life.
While some students enjoy time at home, others want to travel.
I'd like to see the world. Do doctors get to travel much?
Yes, they do, and some, like Dr. Alan Taylor, even fly their own planes.
If you enjoy traveling, medicine offers a lot of different opportunities to do it. Doctors travel to other cities and countries for medical conferences and to attend special seminars, and to take part in international medical projects such as public health, education, and disaster relief efforts.
Some students want even more adventure in their career.
I'd like to go into a career that's really exciting and interesting.
3, 2, 1, 0.
How about being an astronaut physician, like Dr. Bernard Harris?
As a doctor for NASA, you could be responsible for providing health care for the astronauts in flight. That could include conducting examinations on board the spacecraft and also basic research. For instance, you could look at the changes that occur in the heart.
Excitement, travel, community service, research, team effort, and caring for people. If any of these aspects of the medical profession appeal to you, take a look at medicine as a possible career, because the profession is looking for you.